At 5, it's offer review, and the leaderboard version of the no event is now live. Now, if you click on the dealie right here, it may not go to the right place. So you want to hit events and select the one that says leaderboard, because both the milestone one and the leaderboard run is running at the same time, and there's been some confusion with that. So I'd recommend just going into events and selecting the leaderboard one. Node 3 difficulty 8 is literally impossible. You gotta equip some of the packs or the scourges, or I think some of them. It feels like they kind of screwed this up a little bit, right? See, with no packs on difficulty 8, I can't get past the Wakandans, so I equipped all of them, and I was able to get through it. And I think there's just a right balance of what you equip and what you don't equip. Now I got stuck later. And the double gambits, and then the node after that with the Morgan Le Fay is a mess. But it's so clearly balanced around the bug packs, they couldn't be bothered to fix it. I agree 100%. It just feels like it's borked. Like they had an idea of how it was going to be, and it just didn't turn out like that. Dorky Dad has a video about running with all. I think he's doing like all the packs but one. Now, Dorky Dad's video is great, but some of it doesn't scale well because he's got a pretty large roster, so maybe what he's doing is going to be hard to replicate. But same thing, a lot of people are complaining about Node 3, rightfully so, but I think you have to have some of the packs, the scourges, turned on to successfully get through it. I just know that I casually did it, but I had all of them turned on, so just keep that in mind. Then also... So if you go in game right now, if you look at Nova, he has the awakened abilities for his basic, his special, and his passive. And then if you get 1.1 million on the Nova Scourge pact thing, whatever we're going to be calling it now, you do get 12 of those orbs that cost 800 apiece. And you need 200 of each for this to enable the abilities. Like, so this one is like the passive, I believe this one's the special, and this was one the basic. So in total you need like 600 total, and I did the math based off of a couple people. Some people get like 160, some people get 130. We're talking about the total sum of all three pieces, and we're making a big assumption here if that you do this event 4 or 5 times and you get an equal distribution of the parts. You should be able to finish this for free for 4 or 5. And it seems to me the second time around was about 3 months late between the first Morgan Le Fay and the second Morgan Le Fay. If you want to wail on it, I did some quick math. And of course, the math I was doing was based off getting equal distribution of all 3 pieces, because the separate piece for each one looks like it's going to cost well over $400. I'm sure they will lower the price over time. Keep in mind that these awakened abilities on Nova primarily, well, they're for war offense. So it's a war offensive boost, and they said that the purpose of those boosts was to make the mirror match easier. So anyways, that's that. Why not boost Black Order everywhere? I'm going to read this post. I don't understand the point of boosting Black Order for war. The purpose of boosting Black Order for war is to create and it's a temporary boost, is to create a temporary situation to incentivize people to get the Nowhere team. That's it. It's a temporary boost so that the team is very hard to one-shot. Pretty hard. I mean, I guess you can use Wakandans on them, but it gets hard. But I think the initial idea is just to maybe like incentivize people to upgrade their war dogs, not Wakandans, war dogs, or the Nowhere team. Why not just give the stat boost everywhere in the game so we can use them somewhere else? Because they just want to sell us the Nowhere team. Team is not unbeatable anyways. Players won't pause spending on newer teams because of the boost. Same with the Guardians. If you don't want to rework their kits, that's fine. But at least to give them a team stat boost. OG Starlord and one of the few OG legendaries have yet to get some sort of boost. Very frustrating how the older teams of characters that you don't consider using because they're so outdated. Yeah, but how the real question is, doing all of this, how do they make any money? I don't feel like they do anything like this unless there's some sort of gimmick to make money in any way. And maybe Wakandans and fine, and you won't have to use the Nowhere Nova team. But that's my understanding of the situation. But yeah, I would welcome a rework of Black Order everywhere. That'd be kind of nice. But it seems like they only do those things if they're gonna sell a new character, or and it's like Scarlet Witch, right? You know, they put Scarlet Witch in the Darkhold team, gave her barely anything at all, and then you have to buy the Darkhold. I mean, that's their idea of a rework is like what they did with Iron Man. They put him on a new team, barely redo him, so he's still kind of the worst member on the team. That's just feel like how's it go. Now, this is a super salty post. We're gonna read it. Why am I still playing this game? CC's turned into hot garbage with the room rolls, both sheer amount of them and the ridiculous of them. Wars turned to hotter garbage, mainly due to the room rolls and ridiculous siege event. Gwenpool event was bugged. No orbs and offers at reset. We'll see if that happens again, and requires the use of insane resources absolutely necessary to even participate in basic content. New Nova trial was bugged, and who's actually fixed the second time around? They kind of did, it feels like. And for future Scourge trials, whatever, then awaken abilities in the trash orbs for 800 cores a pop. Yeah, that looks like that's going to cost $400. Incursion raids went up time. They did go up yesterday. The rewards are not worth it compared to Doom. I got a spreadsheet on that. I don't know if that's true, but anyways, I get the point. The first time completion bonuses are pretty terrible on them. I agree with that. Put Sim has been disabled. It's server stability. They did reenact that. RTA's waste of space. Hoarding is out of control. Virtually required for free to play to get minimal rewards. Yeah, that's 100% true. Character kits are still bugged after ages. 100% true. Reducing the amount of time of the effectiveness of a team in a node. Really sticking to designing teams specifically to node rather than for theory crafting and fun times is killing the player morale, upgrading anyone or anything. And it seems like they give them very specific bonuses. Let's say raid characters or something. I suppose it could be anything. And it feels like they're obsolete after 9 months or so. You want to, and then if you don't buy the team right when it comes out, then what? Then you have a good team for, like, you know, if it takes you 3-4 months to get it up and running, then then you have 6 months of use. Or if it takes you 6 months to get a team up and then you have 3 months of use, it's kind of bad. Wanted people to go to the website so much, created a web milestone, shoved it down our throats, complete events, then backed after a ton of complaining. Only have your web store. Will I get free claims or will I not? Lag central. Not even start with having different pricing between the game store and web store. Parity matters. Yeah, there's usually a singular web store offer for new characters where it's $50 versus in-game it is $60. Bugs on a daily basis. Top spenders have left the game. Jack prices, microtransactions sky high over the course of a year and just have to raise your valuation sell off for a company. It's true. Shooting your own game in the foot is a minor analogy. You got a roll of duct tape wrapped it around a trigger while pointing down. Feed it to an endless magazine of incompetence into a clown shoe. The only thing that keeps me around the other friends that made my lights and not wanting to let them down on my participation in for end of things for events and need because of trying to find a replacement or even merging with another alliance is virtually impossible at this level. Reddit, there's your soul for the day. I'm not quitting, but good luck to you all. And that being said, I went on Wikipedia, and Wikipedia has told me that Marvel Strike Force came out March 28th of 2018, and they have grossed $846 million. Whew. Almost $1 billion. Wow. Where are the reoccurring legendary events? Yeah, this seems to be delayed. I don't know what's going on. A lot of people are waiting for Omega Red, Morgan Le Fay, Rogue, Adam Warlock. It seems like the cadence on this is really whacked out. Incursion raids, first time completion rewards are trash. And then there is a chart here of what you get for the teal epic orb fragments, which is going to be the main reason why we do this, is to get the teal orb fragments. Because otherwise you still do the Doom. And you can see that the 30%, so like right here, if you look at 100% on difficulty 1, 30% on difficulty 2. So you probably want to push it as far as you can. And then I believe at some point there is a Blue ISO 4 requirement, and I'm not sure where that starts. I think I know that it hasn't started yet on the one that I'm in, but I think it's just around the corner. We got a little bit of offers, kind of a confusing offer in my opinion. This has got Deadpool and Deathpool, and then there's basically a total of 5 items in here, and you'll have to click on it in game, but they're equal chances of the 5 items. And it's character shards. I don't think this is kind of, and then there's red stars. Kind of a strange offer. If you need training materials, this one spells out what it is. There's equal chances of basically 10 things. The bad thing about this is that you can only get a 5 red for King, which is the most important character in there for sure. The other 3, Moonstone, Titanium, Swordman, you have an equal chance of 5, 6, or 7. But King, you can only get a 5. So total 10 items in there. And then we've got Deathlock, 50 character shards for $5, which is fine. And then yesterday this was gone and now it is back. I'm personally not going to be buying any of these. I think I'm only looking for the event item for the monthly event. So I'm going to try to do that without spending any gold on this. Maybe on the last day I'll pull the trigger on some of these items, but I'm hoping that through raids, through do the 1,000 energy on the web store event, that I can get at least the event item for the month-long event. And that'll do it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye for now.